Good morning, Flosstube! It is Friday, the 21st of September 2018. This week have been a rough week for me. My son is in the middle of the night, he starts crying, he is in pain. And that means since I am most of the time staying home and my husband is working, then I am the one waking up in the middle of the night and helping my son and trying to comfort him, which also means my rhythm of the day get all messed up, and with my illness that doesn't go too well. If I suddenly start to be a little more longer awake than I usually do, if I wake up earlier than I normally would do, then my body is acting up, and when I am waking up in the middle of the night at 4 or 5 a.m. and having to sit up for 2 to 3 hours massaging my son and stuff, then my illness is going haywire. So yeah, been a really bad week. So some of the stuff I am showing you, you're going to see a good amount of progress. Other things, not so much. So, but that's life. Can't do much about it. And I would rather wake up and help my son than let him lay in pain all night. So I'm just glad I am able to actually waking up at night. So today's cup is fantastic beasts and where to find them. My husband has been on he hasn't watched all the Harry Potter movies. When he was little, his mother read all the Harry Potter books to him. So he has like read them all, but he doesn't remember all of them. And he did only watch, I think it was 4 of the movies, the first 4. So, and suddenly he got the urge to wanting to watch them all. And I'm up to that. I like Harry Potter. So when I was little, I actually read the first Harry Potter book. It was before Harry Potter got popular. When Harry Potter got popular, it got banned in my house. We were not allowed to read Harry Potter. But we had to read it at school, so that was a little bit okay. So I read the first book one more time. I had read the first and the second, I think. And then I had to read the first one more time. And when I moved out, I went in with my husband. He had his Harry Potter books from when he was little. So I took and read them all again. And I have watched all the movies, and now I'm watching the movies again. So, but it's fun. It's really fun. I think it's about 5 years since I read all of the Harry Potter books from the first to the last in like 2 months. So that's fun. So Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. And looking forward to the next movie coming out in that series. So today, hot cocoa as normal with my mini marshmallows inside. So, best new thing, I have bought myself this. I can have it around my neck and giving out light, and you can like make it do more or less. That's why there was so many clicking. And that have been really helpful when I am sitting down in my bed, because if I am very ill, it's good to just lay in bed. That's where I relax the most. So that's the best place for me to be if I am really, really bad. But the lighting in there isn't too good. But with this, I can actually sit and stitch in bed. So I have been stitching in bed this week. And I have to use it with other lighting in the room. It can't be totally dark, or else that isn't very good to use. But it works fine when I just need that little bit extra light. So, over to news. So, when I was in the week that has been, I have written down the news that I have come over. Mostly on Facebook is where I get my information, or when I am chatting with Adele, Laura, Amanda, and Shannon. Especially Adele, she's always posting something new about new patterns from a new designer, or so on and so on. It's really fun. So she is like my go-to newsletter. So thank you, Adele. But news. Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery has come out with, they are coming out with a Halloween sale soon. I don't know if it has released yet or not. It may have by this day. But they also have come out with one of their new cubes, a fall cube. 8-Bit Stitch. She is on Instagram as 8-Bit Stitch. 8, the number 8, B-I-T Stitch. She is also a Twitcher. She's filming live on Twitch. Normally she has done like almost once a week, as far as I know. And she is doing a no frogging sale. So I have signed up for that. I had decided a long time ago when I heard about it first. And now she has made it open to pre-order the no frogging sale. So you can get your list of supplies. And I think it will be really fun. It's a sale where it's a full coverage piece and you are not allowed to frog. If you do a mistake, then you have to leave the mistake in and just continue stitching. So I think that will be really fun, because most of the patterns will be very similar but still just a tiny bit different. And she has made it in a way, she said that it doesn't matter that you do a mistake. So I'm really excited to see what she has come up with that doesn't matter if you do a mistake. So she is on Twitch. She is K Warning on Twitch if you want to watch some of her live streams there. Bothy Thread has come up with some new cute patterns. They are some bunny patterns. One of them is a little bunny sitting and stitching. It's really, really sweet one. And if it wasn't for the fact that I can spend any more money, I would have bought that. So, one of the bigger news that I feel that is also important to let you know, DMC has come out with new floss. The floss is 73% cotton and 27% Lyrax, and that means the floss, it's what I have heard, it looks like a cotton floss, it acts like a cotton floss, but there is some metallic or glitter in the floss, so when you stitch with it you get the glitter effect. And I don't remember exactly the amount they have come out with. I will not try and say the name of the new DMC floss because I'm gonna butcher it. Etoile or something like that, but I will put it in a little description box so you can see what the name is. And down in the description box I will try and remember and link all the colors that are available in this with this type of floss. So I know and remember that DMC 310 and the white one is for sure in there. There were some brown and red, so there's different floss, and I think they have done the most used ones to get a little sparkle with. So that might be the new metallic floss that we all love and like. So the Disney sale, it's still open. You have until the end of September, so about 9 days, to sign up for that. If you want to join, then it will close. And as far as I know, it will stay closed for the entirety of the sale. If you do join the sale, please mention me, because then I get a little bit of discount to buy the extra panels. I know that we have got access to most of the extra panels that she is making. They are done and out. I know there is a person already starting the Corpse Bride, and it looks really good. So if you're not a member of the sale, you have to buy full price, which is $15 for one panel or one character. So and I think that since we have gotten access to them, that you can go to her shop and buy them. So that's fun. So if you now, if you from my last video, if you want more information about the Disney sale, watch my last video, my last Flosstube update video, because there I am giving all the information. You can see all the characters. I have linked all the names of the different characters available in the description box. So if you are thinking you just want to do one or two of the extra ones, then some of them are out. The Woody, the Jessie, Corpse Bride, I think maybe Queen of Hearts is out, Giselle, Esmeralda, Megara. She is working on Tarzan and Jane, so they will soon be out, I think, because she has been really quick getting the extra panels out. So So yeah, a lot of them has released, so if you're interested, go and check out her website. I am not 100% sure that you can buy it now, but I think since it's on her website for the full price, and we who is in the sale, we get a coupon that we can use to get the discount because of the fact we are in the sale. So the Fairy Tales sale that Lucy Heaton did come out with. There is a new panel that released yesterday. It was supposed to release today. The Fairy Tale sale will release each and every Friday for, not counting this Friday, 4 more Fridays, and it will be done. So it's a small cute one. It's a freebie on Lakeside Needlecraft, so go there and check it out. I will show you what I have done when I come to my whips. The Tiny Modernist has come out with a Christmas sale that you can pre-order. It is a house type that we have with the Halloween sale, and the rooms will be released one at a time. So you can see all the house, the snowman. Hopefully I will have inserted a picture that you can see, and it looks really, really good. So I am tempted to buy that, but I know I can't buy anymore, and I have her last Christmas sale bought, kitted up, but not started. So I should probably start that one for this year instead, because I want the Christmas sale. Other small news. Most of you have mostly got this news because you follow Ginger Gerald. He is doing the Hedgehog sale, and I think they are going to start pretty soon. I think it's maybe the 1st or something. So really soon the Hedgehog sale is starting. Michelle Bendy is part of the turkey sale that is also starting. I'm just commenting these because I think they are good sales, that even though I am not going to participate at this point in those sales, I will follow the hashtag on Instagram, because I think it will be 2 really good hashtags to follow. The Caterpillarcrossstitch, he has released a Christmas sale where the first 2 is now released. No, the first part is released. It's 2 Christmas baubles, and for me it looks like it is a part of the 12 days of Christmas. There are 12 baubles in a hole that you are going to stitch, and 2 of them is released. And Mr.xstitch did come out with a new bauble pattern. So if you are one of those stitching the baubles for Mr.xstitch, then go and check out this new one. I really like that one. So that's what I had for news. And then I think you want to hear about my whips. So when I left you the last time, I had one more day of my Lady and the Tiger in my new rotation. Trying to explain my new rotation short explained, it's a build-up rotation. So I will do one whip, and then I will start I have done one whip, then I will start my rotation over again. Then I do that whip I did, add in a new whip, start my rotation over again, and so on and so on. So the rotation will gradually get more and more whips, and some of them I might finish, so it's not expanding, it's just staying still on the whip count. And I'm going to do it to a total of 8 whips, where each and every whip. So sorry about that. The iPad suddenly decided to stop letting me film because he did think that he was full, but he wasn't. There was still a lot of space to be used, but yeah. So let's go continue and see how far we get before my iPad decides to stop again. So my rotation building up. I hope you got the gist of it in the first clip. If not, go to my last Flosstube update and you will see where I explain it in more details. So, last time I was just about to have my last day on my Lady and the Tiger. So here she is now. So I have finished her hair and just started on her forehead. Because I am stitching upside down, I will gradually fill in her head and get her face done. Hopefully, I hope in the next rotation. I had hoped this rotation, but I stole one day for the fairy tale style and haven't been feeling too good, so this is not something I stitch on when I feel ill, so it just is what it is. So hopefully next time. And that is also one of the good things with my rotation, is even though I have said like I will do 3 days on this and 4 days on this and so on, I can easily just do one more day on another thing if I really need to, and then just jump to the next one. So, and next up, there were 2 sales that I started. I said I was going to see if I wanted to start the Lucy Heaton sal, or did I say, or did I already decide I wanted to do it? I don't remember, but I decided to do it. So here I am, and I have almost converted everything. So, trying to get to pick it up. No. There is a lot of glitter in here. The border, I am doing a hand dye by Rolanda. A green one that goes from dark green to a lighter green. The red in the flower is Mallet Anchor Floss. That is a dark red one. And I'm using 1 strand of that and 1 strand of DMC 321 metallic. Inside the flower, the white one, I have mixed with it's the Snow White, the 5200, together with the Metallics 5200, and the yellow is a yellow Krynic that I have. The blue is, the darkest blue is silk lame braid. It's a blue silk with metallic in it, that I had from a grab bag I did. The lightest blue is one strand of the call for color and one strand of the DMC metallic 5200, the white one, and both of the pink colors, the call for pink colors, but with just one strand, and one strand of B5200. The darkest purple is the darkest purple as charted, and the lightest purple is one strand of 211 that is called for, and one strand of the metallic 211 from DMC. So she is really sparkly. I think the lighting today is really bad, so it doesn't show. But in real life, with all that sparkle and just that little different from the white to the pink, makes it so it really looks like the princess dresses you can buy that has like the pink fabric underneath, and you have this glittery fabric on top, and it looks exactly like that, her dress. And the shawl thing coming out here, that looks almost a little bit transparent with doing it the way I did convert it. So I am really happy with the conversion. She looks like a real fairy tale princess with a little fairy tale dress. So that will be fun. And the next clue has come out. It's the king. So I will see what conversions I am doing for him. And I decided when I saw this out that I want to do it for my niece. She loves everything glittery, sparkly, pink princesses. She has always been that. She loves being a little princess. She is not that little anymore, but she still is my little princess. So when I saw it, I immediately thought that I had to make that for her. So I think she will really love it. So that will be her Christmas present. So, and the same day, I also started my Disney style. It took me 3 days to finish this. The first day I did almost nothing, so you can say I did 2 days. But I know Shannon has done it in like a day. Knocked those out really quickly. So the second one I started on the 14th of September was my Disney South Tinkerbell. I first started her on 40 count, and I hoped that I could get away with doing one strand full crosses. And it did work. The coverage was amazing. I didn't like it, which I also tried with just a half stitch, but I didn't like it with a half stitch. So I could easily do it full cross, at least on the black, and maybe half stitches on the rest. But then I was thinking, this is a style that is going to take me most likely 40 years to do. So you and I are in for a long time on this. It's going to be great. So instead, I was thinking, I did my Curious Huggable on 18 count, and I really love that. The pin stitch is so easy to do on Ada. I have tried it on even weave. I still struggle a little bit with pin stitch. It's as if I don't manage to pierce the strand as good as I'm supposed to. So sometimes it will not stick. With the Ada, it sticks every time. No problem there. And I think it's because since you are piercing the Ada fabric, and you have to like go in the same hole, you automatically pierce the floss. So yeah, so I changed it to my 18 count, and I started stitching. And yesterday I just did a little bit of gridding with my pen for the first page. So the first page is approximately going to be this size here. So I started doing it in the my way of parking, and I think maybe I will continue doing this in my way of parking. But lately I have been really drawn to Jessie Marie's parking method from Jessie Marie Does Stuff here on Flosstube, and I think she also is Jessie Marie Does Stuff on Instagram. And the way I graph my progress, the way I keep track of my progress with the graphing paper, just the plain, no high-tech way of doing it, I count each 10 by 10 block and make a calculation from that how big percentage I am done. And her way of stitching really appeals to me. I have tried the 10 by 10 block before and I didn't like it, but mostly because it made lines. I tried it with the feathering method, and the one where you do like where you get the pattern feathering. And I didn't like that one because then I suddenly would have two stitches that were the same color right beside each other, and I would just do one of them. And the next time I had to start and end a new floss for the second stitch. Didn't like that at all. But the way Jessie Marie does it really appeals to me. I have never thought of the fact that when I started parking, I have thought of it in later times. I just haven't thought of the fact trying it again. She just feather where it's natural to feather, where the stitches will continue. She is continuing the stitches, and that sounds perfect. So I may or may not change this out to her parking method, but if not, I know that the next full coverage that I am starting will be done in that method. So, and yes, I already have plans for that. So that was my Tinkerbell. Not much progress, since even though I worked 2 days on her, it's only 1 day of progress, because the first one I frogged and put away. Because sitting as a 60-year-old woman stitching my Disney panels, I do not think I would like doing 40 count 101, in all honesty. So doing my 40 count and higher counts now with my other projects. So speaking of higher counts, the next one I stitched a little bit on were my baby 3 sampler. And here's where I'm at right now. So I finished off all the leaves I had outlined. I think it was 4 or 5 of them I didn't have done, and I managed to get the branches to connect. And if I have to say it myself, it looks amazing. Like, look at the way I controlled and made that variegation work. Like, the branches really looks like they belong where they are. When I got from one branch to to where they connect together with another branch and get thicker. I did continue the strand just for a few stitches on one side and a few stitches on the other side, so you get the feeling that there is some shadow on the branches. I managed to get it at the darker way on top, so the variegation in that tree looks really, really good if you ask me. So I'm so happy with it, and I really should do as Heather has told me. Link is my hobo. She has told me that you need to stitch one leaf a day, and I think I might start to do that, because or else this will never get done. And I have already promised to do one more type of this kind of stitching. Not a baby sampler, it is a wedding sampler, but it is a huge ass 3. It's the same designer, and I need to get these gifts out. The last thing I stitched on and are going to stitch on for 2 more days, it's my Final Fantasy VII by Klaus Factory, and here's where I'm at. So yesterday I finished off Claude and his blade, and I did just a tiny bit of stitching in Yuffie and her shuriken. So 5 downs, 5 to go. So in a way, I hope that things have turned for the better today, I feel. Just a little bit. I'm still under my blanket because I am there. It's cold outside, I'm freezing, and that makes me worse. So that is also why I have my hot cocoa, because I need the energy. So yeah, hope to get at least 2 characters done, but in all reality, I would really like to get this done, this rotation. But we'll see. If it doesn't get done, then it doesn't get done, and I have 1 more rotation at least of it, where I can enjoy stitching it, because it is a really fun stitch. So, plans this week is the Stitchathon. I'm so glad that we don't have any plans this week. I am planning to enter my sales and my Final Fantasy and my Butterflies Galore, my hate. I did not take that off the frame to show you, so I will just insert a picture where I was. So that is where she is. Not much work on her. It's still a good chunk because I'm working on her each and every day, but yeah. So, and so that will be my Stitchathon, and the last day of the Stitchathon, it's when my rotation starts again from the top. So then it's time for sales. I have marked off 4 days to work on it, on those sales, and I hope with also the Stitchathon that if I finish my Final Fantasy, I can easily get more time on my sales, gifts and swaps. And I hope to start the Biscornu because that has to be finished by the 1st of October. So I'll start and finish that one. And yeah, so after the Sal part is done, then it's time for the Lady and the Tiger again. So then she will come out to play. And then we will just see if I did finish my Final Fantasy, because then I will start my Mirabilia. Cinderella. I think maybe I will do that anyway. So, oh yes, my swap, the one I did with the Fruits group, here is what it looked like. And it's a cute little mouse in a pumpkin. I love him so much. It was hard to actually let go of him, but I was so happy to hear that my recipient actually has her own Halloween tree that she puts up ornaments on. So I know that he is in a perfect home, that little cute guy. So it looks homemade, but that's okay. I like him. So I might stitch him again for myself one day. So that's the plans for the weeks to come. Longer term plans. Stitching Mommy is thinking about doing no starts in 2019. And I really want to join that. Because what I have found is the Year of Whips worked in the way I wanted for a little while. Because when Year of Whips in the start, I did knock those whips out. I didn't start. I think I only had one new start for Laura and one for a giveaway that I did. And other than that, I didn't start anything new. I focused on getting page finishes, and so on and so on, until I reached the part where I had accomplished my Year of Whips. After the first update in April, I think I was done with my Year of Whips. I had all the whips I needed to do done. And that suddenly made me start a whole lot of new stuff. It suddenly got harder to focus on finishing stuff and just stitching more on just here and there, and I didn't like that. The whips I have started, works in progress. I have started because I want to finish them. So doing a no start 2019, I think will really help me focus on what I have and get that done, and get some work in on my full coverage progress and so on. But that means there is some whips that I need to start that I haven't started. I have a whole bunch of whips kitted up, and a good part of those I want to start so I can have in my whip pile to focus on to finish when I am done with all the other whips that are currently active. And I also want to start some more just so that in December 2019, I'm not left with only full coverage pieces. Even though I love my full coverage pieces, that's not the only thing I want to stitch on. I have planned for next year to do a bunch of Christmas presents that I will stitch. So, and I had planned to do this year, but I focused too much on the year of whips to get those done. So this year I will start 2019 with doing my gifts for Christmas presents, so I can get those out of the way. Start working on those right away, so I know I have enough time to get them done. So those will need to be started. So there is a lot of starts in my future now. I will just have to try and sneak them in a day here and a day there in my rotation. Or just add in the category. The last category was supposed to be random whips or new starts. That will change each and every time the rotation starts over. So I might just need to take 2 or 3 days, stitch on a whip at the end of the rotation, and then next time do the same and get those started. So that will also be more in the future. I need to plan what I need to start, and I have a whole lot of whips that I want to start, so I should focus on doing only the one I need and not the ones I want. But I do want to do No Start 2019 properly, so that everything is started before 2019 and nothing more gets started then. If there is some stitch alongs that are coming out in 2019 that I want to do, well, then I just need to do them another time. I might also buy the Corpse Bride and just start her a tiny bit, because I know I also want to do her. So I have like 2 Disney styles to work on, so when my Tinkerbell is done I can work on the next one and it's started, so I don't cheat on my No Start 2019. Even though in my mind, if it is a sale, it's technically not a new start, but since I am doing them separately, it is. So that's that. So that was my plan so far. I'm sorry this video is a little bit here and there, jumping back and forth. I have noticed I can't like keep everything as structured as I want, but that is just my head. As I said, this is a bad week. So, but a very good thing is that suddenly my subscribers just exploded this last week. I think you love my craziness and my rambling, because suddenly I have gotten over 500 subscribers. Last I checked, I had 514 subscribers. That is amazing. Thank you guys. I'm so glad that you want to follow me and join me on my stitching adventure and see where the adventure takes me. So for the celebration of I have reached the 500, I hope I didn't say 500,000, no, My brain is not working today. To celebrate my 500 subscribers, I am going to do a giveaway. And for that part, I have bought this kit. You get these apples. It's just this one you get. You don't get the other one. But I really like the colors. It comes with Ada and all the floss you need. The lady in the shop said that it is, I think she said it was anchor floss that was used, but when looking at the numbers, I'm not sure. I don't think it's DMC either, so, but it is floss. I have opened it just to feel the floss and they feel good, so I hope they will be good to stitch with. So this is the main giveaway. There will also be a hand-dyed fabric. I will do some small bits and pieces here and there and put inside and do in the giveaway. And all you have to do is comment. Just say congratulations if you want. The rules is do not say giveaway because I want this to go to my subscribers and not some random troll on the internet. You have to be over 18. If you're not over 18, want to enter, then make one of your parents enter for you. And I think there is a third rule, but I don't remember it, but it's the usual rules. So just comment, because I will use the YouTube random comments generator. So I will just link this YouTube videos link and in that generator, and it will pick one random comment. So if you do not want to be entered but still want to comment, then just say so, because when I then are choosing the winner, it will I will see that on the screen and I can just scroll to the next one. So this one will be open to, let me see, when is, I know a lot of people is behind on Flosstube, but at the same time I do not want to make it like take forever. So Friday the 5th of October, 2 weeks time, I will announce the giveaway winner on my Flosstube. So until then, until I film my Flosstube update, you can enter for the giveaway. So, and as I bought this for the giveaway, I have also bought the giveaway for 1,000 subscribers, so that is ready and I don't need to hurry and get it. So, but I don't have that with me right now, so you will see that later. I have just a tiny bit of haul. It's actually a pretty big one. It's like this huge bag that is from I don't remember, Karina from Karina Bags. Michelle Bendy has talked about this a whole lot. It's one of those huge bags. I also have gotten the bobbin holder. I got an extra gift with a needle threader, and that's fun because I never have had a needle threader. And inside I just also hid the Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts. She has the Evertotes store where she sells project bags, and this time she did a special one for a sale that is starting. It's a Ginger Gerald design. Go to his Etsy store and you can see it. It's the one with all the blue colors. And it's with Victoria Motto Sampler Floss, a matching needle minder, and actually her wedding ribbon. She talked about it in one of her videos. That was actually really fun. And a matching notions pouch. So, 2 more bags. One huge one that I feel like I can put all my whips in here because it's so huge. It's massive, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I might also suddenly start and use it as a normal handbag. When it was my birthday, I got a coupon code for the Patchwork Rabbit. So I bought myself some specialty floss that I need for a project that I have in my stash. There were also a lady on the internet, on one of the Facebook group. She was like selling some lavender and lace patterns. So I got this one and this one because they were not that expensive. She also said that she had some Passion Ricamo. I totally butchered that one. Passion Ricamo. Yeah, I cannot say that one. So these were also at a really good price. So I got Over the Rainbow. I have actually looked at this on their site and wanted to do. Once Upon a Time. And Circe the Sorceress. She looks really cool. And she since it was when my birthday was, we chatted a little bit and she got to know that it was my birthday. And she was so kind that she also gave me this birthday present. Winter Beauty Princess. And she looks amazing, and it actually is also, without trying to show the whole pattern, it's signed. So that was so cool. I got the signed copy. So, and I love her. She looks so amazing. Really looking forward to stitching her. Just maybe I should start her for having to stitch on in 2019. So yeah, and this is Stacy's fault. Stacy from Atlantica Dream Stitches. She was going to do a memorabilia for a friend, a baby sampler, and when I saw the pattern, it was perfect. I have been looking for a baby sampler that I can do for my son that I like, and I know that my husband would like, and the other ones I have found, he's like, that looks weird. No, not too fond of the colors, and I'm like, I can change the colors, and he's like, no, don't want that. So, but this one, he don't get to say it because I am totally in love. This was perfect, so I had to buy it, and I got it really cheap actually, so I'm glad for that. And it's the Crescent Dreams. So we'll have to find some silk ribbon to do and get the charms. Most likely I will buy the treasures from Fusion Beads, one of the Swarovski crystals, and do. So that will also be a fun one. So that's what I had for you today. I feel like I have been a big rabbit hole, but I think I managed in the end to get to say everything that I was supposed to say, and I hope that in the editing I will get everything put in that I was supposed to put in. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me and joining me and coming for a little visit to my small little home. I'm very grateful. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm so glad that I have someone to share my stitching with, because I love stitching and I love all my projects. I love talking about them, and it's really good to have you here to listen to me ramble on. I love it. So thank you so much. Remember, do not say giveaway. And yeah, I will see you in about a week. So until then, bye.